What is happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be emptying out my shitty cellar series because I've swung and a miss a lot on these beers. So again, maybe you've seen in other videos, I've been going through my cellar, which is in complete darkness in a closet in my basement. It's always cold in my basement. I thought it would be appropriate to crack into these beers the last year or so, maybe even 2 years now. And I found that most of the beers down there, unfortunately, guys, have been oxidized. I don't know if it was improper storage. In my opinion, if you're going to store a beer, you should put it in the fridge or have it colder than what I've had it at. I mean, it's quite cold down there, but no sunlight hit it. So we're going to go ahead and try this again with the Founders Imperial Stout from, 11/6/2019. So it is almost 5 years old to the day. It's October 16th time of recording. 10.5%. I really liked this one when it was fresh. I did review it on the channel, and I literally do have that review if you want to go back and look at it. I enjoyed this, and I thought I'd revisit it and try to see, did this age okay? Because all the other beers in my cellar that are over 5 years old, even 4, are just not really good. They oxidize, they taste terrible, and we're going to investigate today, guys. Is it the same terrible beer that we have been running into every time we try to age one? We'll see. 10.5%, 75 IBUs. Let's get into it. I hope you guys are doing well. It is Michigan beer time, so let's get into this one. Again, I have reviewed this before. That is dark, man. That is sludge water. It's actually a lot darker than maybe I remembered. Wow. 10.5%. Straight up, dude. Look at that. That is oil in the glass, guys. Very dark. Burnt charred mocha head. This isn't barrel aged though, right? This is just an Imperial Stout. Brewed with abundance of malts. A stout is smooth as silk. Well, we can tell by pouring it. Nice head retention. Looks rich. It looks pretty creamy there. Best enjoyed at cellar temperature to allow notes of chocolate, dark fruit, caramel to soar. Okay. We will try this out, guys. Let's see. That head dissipated quickly. I'll get a good quick sniff, and I'll see if this is going to go in the right direction or not. Almost 5 years old. Let's go. Smells weird. Char, roasty, and again, oxidation. Wow, who am I? It smells oxidized. I'm not going to lie. Wet cardboard, woodiness, paper, wet cardboard. Wet gift wrap paper. That's kind of what it smells like. It's bitter. It's kind of charred, smoky. Small note of chocolate, but I don't know, guys. I just don't like where I'm going with this. I feel like I don't even know if I'm going to drop these reviews, truthfully. And if I do, this is for entertainment purposes only. It's not to knock on the beer. It's really, it's just a shame because I had all these beers that I was so excited to cellar, and I am just swinging and a missing like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years later for nothing. But we'll investigate, guys. Imperial Stout from Founders. Cheers. This was a different time too. 2019. That was before they were like fully bought out. Cheers. Oh, not as bad as I thought. There is some oxidation. It's charred. It's woody. It's smoky. Dark chocolates. So this isn't as bad as some of the others, but I've noticed when this opens up and I start to sip it more, it gets worse. That's just my honest, humble opinion. That's what seems to happen. But this one, not terrible. 10.5%. So it's certainly oxidized. Yeah, it's not good. But I will say this, maybe not as bad as some of the other ones, but it's really woody. It's campfire smoke, which I think this originally had, so that's certainly there. Some of that dark chocolate is gone for sure. There's not really big notes of like coffee. There's got a touch of sweetness, you could say, like vanilla caramel in there, a little vanilla caramel swirl, but this is dry. It's roasty. It is a robust beer, but it's dry and just fierce on the palate. It's bitter on the back end. Super dry, roasty stout originally, and it still holds true. It just comes across more harsh because you're getting that oxidation pushed into the malt. You're getting the oxidation of the yeast. It's just not great. It's wet paper, cardboard, but it is hanging on to some of those reminiscent qualities it once had. It is still silky, not a bad body, and it says that. As far as anything else, let's see. And yeah, more oxidation. There's a hint of some sort of dark fruit under there, but yeah, guys, it just did not age well again, and it's a bummer because this was such a great beer at one time. I will still say the silky mouthfeel holds true. A little caramel swirl with roasty, rich coffee is slightly there, mostly gone. Bitterness and astringency's there, and it's like a woody, wet toothpick, cardboard, paper, all that stuff. Just dead yeast. It just doesn't taste great. So to stop it here. I don't know if this review will actually come out because it's really not one. It's just to say to you guys, how do you store your stouts? Because I have swung and a miss with putting it in my basement in darkness. Basement's no colder or no warmer than 60 degrees at the worst. I want to say it could even be like 57 down there, but that's probably just too warm for a cellar, and that's just where I swung and missed with all this, guys. So it is what it is. If you're going to drink a beer, drink a good one. If you're going to pour a beer, pour a Michigan beer.